Today, I'd like to show you all the biggest mobile battle royale game you never played before. This game was bigger than PUBG Mobile back in 2017 and early 2018. It took China over by storm. Everybody was playing it in China, and in my personal opinion, I think gameplay looked way ahead of every other game at its time. Look at this gameplay and process. This is a game that came out at the same time as Rules of Survival. And take a look at Rules of Survival. Look at what that game looks like. It looks very much like a game from 2017, in my personal opinion. And then take a look at this game. This game looks much closer to a real mobile version of PUBG. And back in 2017, everybody realized that in China. For whatever reason, this game did not end up succeeding. I don't really know why, but my only guess is because since they never got it out of China, they never really saw a future with the game, and PUBG ended up being extremely successful in China anyways, so this game kind of fell in abandonment. But this game was so advanced for its time that back in 2018, they actually added a full-on battlefield mode. Take a look at some of the battlefield mode gameplay right here. It had absolutely everything. Heat-seeking missiles, tanks. You had to capture points just like in Battlefield. You had sniper rifles where you could literally shoot planes outside of the sky, which maybe I can actually find that. There you go, right here. Look at this. Like a Barrett 50 cal blasting a whole helicopter out of the sky. And yes, you could fly the helicopters. There were mortar strikes. This game literally had everything. It was absolutely insane. So for me personally, looking at this gameplay, seeing that this game had an entire battlefield mode complete with destruction, you know, multiple capturing of the points, lots of different weapons, and really nice graphics and gameplay, and then also seeing how back in 2017, this game had gameplay that looked like this, I am shocked that more people don't know about this. This game is called Xiaomi Shootout, or Millet Shootout, if you want to look up more videos on it later after you watch this one. But Millet Shootout, Xiaomi Shootout, was only available for China, came out in, I believe, between September and November 2017. I can't really remember an exact date, but it came out right around the same time as Rules of Survival. And as I said, I personally think this game would have done better than Rules of Survival if this game ever actually came out of China. For whatever reason, it didn't, and because of that, most people don't know about it. I think really the only reason why this game might have not succeeded is because it was too close to PUBG and the developers didn't allow them to release it outside of China. I think they probably had a lot of legal issues just like Rules of Survival did. If you remember back in the day, many years ago, Rules of Survival actually got shut down temporarily for a short period of time because it got a big lawsuit, I believe. And then it came back because somehow they managed to figure everything out. And I think it's because NetEase, the developers of Rules of Survival, had a lot more money and they could actually afford that. They could afford that whole big legal battle. But this game literally had everything, dude. This gameplay right here, why did I saved this one because it had nighttime gameplay. You know, I mean, come on. The very first versions of PUBG did not have this. You literally had night gameplay. Like, you had to fight with infrared and night vision goggles and other stuff like that. This is the type of stuff that, like, would have been groundbreaking back in 2017. That is absolutely insane to me. But then again, looking at this gameplay right here, you can see how the building styles are very, very similar to PUBG. Even the walls that are surrounding the buildings. I mean, come on, dude. It looks like a copy of PUBG Mobile, to be completely honest. But not a copy of PUBG Mobile from 2018, but like a copy of PUBG Mobile from 2019 or 2020, something like that. It was too similar. I think that's the biggest issue. Too similar looking at this gameplay right here. I mean, yeah, I think everybody watching this video can say that, yeah, there definitely were some issues. Definitely were some issues there. But it looks like gameplay-wise, it was pretty good. This guy, well, you know, I say that now, and this guy is a complete failure. Luckily, back in 2017, people did not know how to play Battle Royale games. We saw this in my last video that I talked about old Battle Royale games. People did not know how to play. This guy is the exception. Look at this. He's getting some long-range kills, and that might look like very average gameplay in 2025. But in 2017, people barely even knew where the firing button were. All right? Forget aiming. No, you wouldn't even know what the heck that button was. That was too scary. That was another button on your screen. You didn't even know what to do with it. You didn't even want to press it, okay? You just knew you had a gun in your hand. You had to shoot it. You might have not even knew that you needed to aim it at the person. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. What is this gun? Is this a Car 9? Yeah, it is a Car 98. So, I mean, right down to the same exact weapons. Pretty much. There's obviously different weapons in this game, but it had a lot of the same weapons as PUBG, and there's no doubt in my mind that's exactly what happened. This game had a bunch of legal issues, and they ended up getting shut down by PUBG. They might have actually gotten shut down in China, too, because PUBG Mobile had a Chinese version, and it's possible when they released their Chinese version of the game, that's when this game got shut down. I think the last videos I've seen from this game were around 2020. So if anybody can let me know down below in the comments, if that lines up when the Chinese version came out, that would make sense to me. That actually would make a lot of sense to me. Look at this, dude. But this gameplay is crazy. I mean, like, imagine being able to play this in 2017. If you had this option, why wouldn't you want to play this game? Why would you play a game like Rules of Survival or even Knives Out? You know, what were the other games that came out in 2017? You had Free Fire. If you could play this game on your phone, why the heck would you want to play Free Fire? I have no idea. This is what the main menu looked like in the game, by the way. Looks very much like every other Chinese game where there's a billion different things all over your screen. Not necessarily the best main menu screen, in my personal opinion. Looks kind of clouded and you don't really understand what the heck is going on. But if I fast forward a little bit further, you also had foggy gameplay, just like PUBG did back in the day. Or PUBG, I think, still does. I don't know. I haven't played PUBG in a while. But, like, this was not something that PUBG Mobile had, I think, in its very first versions. So you could play in the fog, which meant it was very, very difficult to see enemies that were very, very far away. Obviously, if they were 2 feet away from you, like this guy... Well, hold on. Hold on a second. Look on the left-hand side of the screen, too. There was even leaning. They even had leaning back in 2017. You could lean in this game in 2017. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think PUBG Mobile or Rules of Survival had that back in the very, very first versions of their games. So this game also had leaning, which was very revolutionary for its time. That's crazy. Was this the very first mobile game that even had leaning? Because in my personal opinion, I don't remember any game in 2017 having leaning. That, like, wasn't a thing. I remember it just kind of came out of nowhere, maybe like in 2018, 2019, and then every game had it. There's the map. Let me fast forward a little, or go back for a second here. Let's go see this map. Very big map. And it's actually nice because the lakes are centrally located. You didn't really have like an island on the very bottom like PUBG did in Erangel. It seems like it was a pretty good map design. And you had every vehicle right then and there. Dude, what the heck is going on here? Like, wait, what? The other guy. He ran away. No way. He actually succeeded in that? He just gave up. He left his friend. Oh, and then this guy's chasing after him. Look at this. He's still running. What happens here? Is he hiding behind this tree? Yes, he is. He has a melee out. He probably ran out of bullets. Oh, he tried. He tried. Unfortunately, he did not succeed. I also want to show you all this video right here because this I just thought was funny. People were already trying to, like, exploit this game with, you know, one of the things that I believe Warzone has had for a while is you could, like, stand on top of the vehicles. If the vehicle was already full with your teammates and it was only like a 2-person vehicle, you could stand on top of it and then they could move you around even if there was no extra space. But in this game, it didn't really seem like you could do that. And this guy, he kept trying. He kept trying over and over and over again. Look, his friend comes over again. And what happens? I believe it's the same exact thing, right? Yeah, he tries. He keeps trying. He keeps trying. He's taking his pan out. He's like, all right, go. Then he just dies. He just dies. So, I mean, people were already trying to find exploits. But again, it shows that there was already duos, squads. You had everything in this game. Now, let's go take a look at the Battlefield gameplay, because I could show you all like a billion different videos from the Battle Royale, but Battlefield to me personally was more exciting. And I just, dude, if this game came out when it did in China for a global audience in 2018, because it came out in 2018, not long after PUBG Mobile globally released, this game would have been so successful, even if it was a third-person game. I guess still, even this Battlefield mode was too similar to PUBG in terms of the assets that they were using, and I guess that must have been the only reason why. But if they didn't have an issue with the Battlefield mode, I think what they personally should have done was release the Battlefield mode separately to a global audience, title it something different, you know, title it like, you know, Battle of China or something like that. I have no idea, you know, whatever they would want to call it. And then this game would have been so insanely successful. It would have been so insanely successful. And then on top of that, look at how, this is crazy. On top of that, you know, we had games like Battlefield Mobile come out in like testing phases in 2021 or 2022, something like that. And Battlefield Mobile sucked. Okay, it was actually one of the worst mobile games to ever come out at its time. And there was a reason why that game just completely flat out got development canceled. They haven't even revisited that, all right? They're saying that they're going to come back with Battlefield for mobile devices, but there's still no concrete announcement that that's ever happening, right? And I think if this game came out, even if it was a third-person game and it's inherently different from Battlefield in that respect, they would have looked at this game, seen how successful it was, and then realized that, dude, we have to make a better game than at least this when we want to make a game titled Battlefield Mobile. And I think we wouldn't have had the whole issue that Battlefield Mobile had where it looked like a game from 2016, 2015, you know? And that's really unfortunate, in all honesty. I really wish things panned out differently, but that's just kind of how it worked, I guess. Who's shooting at this guy? Probably that person right there, right? Up on top of the roof? I think the tanks were very, very strong in this game. Probably a little unbalanced, it seems like, because they had a massive splash damage. But then another thing that I saw a bit later on is you also had, like, these mortar strikes. I don't know if that's what you would call them, but basically, like, these... Oh, and then there's heat-seeking missiles. I should show you all that. See this? It actually followed after the helicopter and would blow it up. Sometimes. Seems like it's kind of a hit or miss with that. What's he trying to do? What's he trying to do? There's two helicopters, dude. Oh! No, but his missile did hit. It just took a really, really long time. That's crazy. That is crazy. So you even had, like, heat-seeking missiles, but then, where is it, right? Over here, he flies the helicopter himself. You can see what the helicopter looked like. That looks great to me. For a game that came out in 2018, dude, that looks really, really good. But this right here is that mortar strike type thing. I don't know what you would call this. And I don't know if this guy is actually aiming at people or if it's auto-detecting where enemies are, because he's getting a heck of a lot of kills with this thing. Look at this, dude. Multiple kills over and over and over again. But you would basically kind of like shoot out this angled rocket in an arc, and somehow it just was so successful, so accurate. That's really, really cool. That's another thing that I didn't really see in other games back at this time, you know. I don't even know if any games have that now, in all honesty. Look at this. Helicopter versus tank. Oh, and the helicopter looks strong, dude. You don't want to mess with the helicopter, that's for sure. There's a whole bunch of people right there. And none of them died? Wait, what? There you go. There's more people that died. It's just crazy, dude. It is absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. This game is so far ahead of its time, and I just wish more people knew about it. So, that video is from 2020. This is from 2019. It's a bit of an older version of the Battlefield mode, but again, showing you all 2019 gameplay for a game that, you know, you could have played this in 2019 if you lived in China. I would have been so happy with something like this. That's just awesome. That is just so freaking cool. I wonder if this game had gyroscope too. It probably had gyroscope. It probably had all the things. Controller support. I would assume with a game like this, it probably had everything that you know, every modern game would have. HUD customization, all that type of stuff. Look at that. And you could actually use the helicopters and fight in full-on battles helicopter-wise. Like, that's not something you could do in some games. They, you know, a lot of games, they don't really make it that great of an experience when you're flying a helicopter or even driving a tank. Is that all this video is? Just a bunch of helicopter gameplay? Probably is. Probably is. But you can see an aerial view of the map with this thing. So in all honesty, yeah, I could show you all so much more gameplay, but this video is getting a little bit long. I wanted to show you all some gameplay from Millet Shootout, Xiaomi Shootout, whatever you would like to call this game, because I need more people to know about this game. And if there's ever a chance that this game could come back, dude, I'm all here for it. I hope they bring it back. Maybe just improve the graphics and the gameplay mechanics a little bit so they're up to par with all the games that are out now in 2025. Like, it is a third-person game, so it's inherently different from Delta Force and if Firefront ever comes out. So it wouldn't be like taking over a market from a bunch of other games. So I think it could still do really, really well. I don't know what you guys think about that, but yeah, that's basically it. I really hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please take a second and leave a like and subscribe for some more mobile gaming content just like this. If you guys would like me to show you all more gameplay from this game, I can do that. Just let me know. Here's that heat-seeking missile. Dude, it blew up the thing. It blew up the helicopter. That is so cool. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe for some more mobile gaming content just like this, and I will see you all in the next episode.